Are the New York Knicks trying to trade Julius Randle for Zion Williamson? I'm going to break that down on today's video. You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. There was a report that came out that said the Knicks have checked in on Zion Williamson and his availability with the New Orleans Pelicans dating back to this summer. And I'll say this, the Zion Williamson Knicks trade rumors are not going to die. They will never die until he one day puts on a jersey for the New York Knicks. Why? He's repped by CAA. The Knicks are CAA Mafia. He wanted to be a Knick back in the draft process. He was upset when the New Orleans Pelicans won the NBA draft lottery. His buddy, his best friend, his dookie, his guy, RJ Barrett, he's on this basketball team. He wants to play for the Knicks. I know that. He wants to be here. And as long as he's not, the Knicks will continue to check in. The Knicks will continue to be linked to Zion, and we will continue to talk about Zion Williamson trade rumors on this channel. This is what Mark Berman said via the Knicks Recap, which is an awesome YouTube page. You guys should check it out as well. My guy does great work over there. He was able to have Mark Berman on his show, and Mark said this: New Orleans is still not sold on Zion Williamson. Obviously, there's a risk there. All eyes on him this season. I was told the Knicks checked in over the offseason about Zion. That could be a possibility. Mark Berman was once a long-time beat reporter for the New York Knicks. And if he's going to say it, I'm going to believe it. The Knicks would love a Zion Williamson trade. They really, really would. There's a reason they continue to check in. There's a reason that they wanted to be a Knick. But I think it's fair to say this. There is a lot of risk involved with Zion. Let's be honest. He hasn't been all that available so far through his NBA career. And the question is he all the way bought in? You had the Mariah Mills stuff. You get questions about his weight, which I think affects his durability and availability. I mean, the guy missed a lot of games. He missed 48 his rookie year. In 2021 and 2020, he only missed 11 games, and that was his best season in the NBA, and he was considered an all-NBA type of player. Missed the entire 2021 season and missed 53 games. In 2022, he's already missed 194 games in his 4-year career. But when he plays like he did in 2020 and 2021 season and played 61 games, he was literally one of the best power forwards in the NBA. 27 points per game, 7 rebounds, almost 4 assists, and 61% from the field. Those are unbelievable numbers, to be quite frank with you. He is one of the most effective players in this league when healthy. He has a ceiling higher than just about anybody in this league when healthy. I'm going to continue to say when healthy because that is a huge caveat when you're talking about Zion Williamson. I'm going to be honest with you. I would risk it all for Zion. If the New Orleans Pelicans called me up right now after we just called them in the summer, according to Mark Berman, and said, all right, let's get a deal done, I would do whatever it takes. The Knicks need an elite talent. They need somebody that is a better basketball player than just about everybody in the world. And when Zion is healthy, he is that guy. There's a reason he went number one. There's a reason that when he plays, everybody's eyeballs are always watching. He is an elite talent. He is box office, to quote Stephen A. Smith, and he is a special, special player when healthy. Thing is, he hasn't been all that healthy throughout his NBA career. So I want to ask this question, and we're going to talk about Julius Randle because I've got a theory about something coming up. Should the Knicks trade for Zion? A lot of risk involved, no doubt about it. I know the risk. I know you guys know the risk as well. So what do you think? Would you do it? Should they trade for the former number 1 overall pick? Type T for trade, type P for pass. Coming up in a second, I'm going to connect some dots because you got this Zion Williamson dot over here, and you got Julius Randle leaving CAA. And I think that those are right in unison, and I think they are connected. I'm going to break that down in a second. But first, I got to tell you guys about our proud sponsor of today's show, Prize Picks. If you enjoy playing fantasy sports, and you want to play daily fantasy and want actual money and be able to have a lot of fun and withdraw your money easy, go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the promo code CLNS, and Prize Picks is going to match your initial deposit of up to $100. It's prizepicks.com/CLNS and promo code CLNS. All you're doing is picking more or less on the projected stat total that Prize Picks has set. Right now, they have Jalen Brunson at the year for 24.4 points per game. Julius Randle at 24.3 and RJ Barrett at 19.7. All you do is select more or less. You're not competing against 1,000 other computers and people and bots and sharks and sharps. You're just playing against Prize Picks and the number that they have set. You could pick a lineup from 2 to 6 players. The more players you have, the higher the payout is going to be. So get started today. I enjoy it. I love playing it, and I know you guys are well. Win real money and enjoy watching the games. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Remember, promo code CLNS. All right, so let's connect some dots here. According to Mark Berman, the New York Knicks checked in on Zion Williamson. So you got that point. And then you had Julius Randle leave CAA just a couple of weeks ago. Berman said the Knicks checked in on Williamson back in the summer. I'm going to believe that happened first. And then Randle left CAA. CAA used to rep Julius Randle. He also used to rep, or they still rep, Zion Williamson. Do you think that CAA just didn't tell Julius Randle that the Knicks checked in on Zion Williamson? Because let's be honest, if the Knicks trade for Zion, Julius is going to be in that package because you can't run a lineup with Zion and Julius. So did maybe something that spiked Julius's curiosity of leaving CAA come from the fact that the New York Knicks had the idea of trading for Zion Williamson? I don't know, but Jake Fisher said this on the Knicks YouTube channel called Knicks, the Streets Are Buzzing. You should check them out. This is where that quote came from. Jake Fisher said, I am starting to wonder, particularly after Julius Randle changed agencies from CAA to WME. That's something that some people around the league have suggested to me is a potential trade situation to look out for. So Jake Fisher is pretty much telling you right there that there's a reason that Julius Randle left CAA. Is it because the Knicks maybe wanted to trade him for Zion Williamson? I don't know. Is it the fact that this agent that he's currently with is leaving CAA? Or did that agent leave CAA maybe because they tried to trade his client, Julius Randle? I don't know. But you know what I was thinking? Can the Knicks even trade Julius Randle for Zion Williamson? So I opened up the ESPN NBA trade machine, and I was like, look, I know it's probably not going to be just Julius and Zion straight up. Probably have to be some other things. But then I just tried it. Zion for Julius. And it worked with the money right now. So I'm like, okay, this is starting to make some sense. But would the Knicks do this trade? Let's break it down. One, Julius Randle is a better basketball player right now than Zion Williamson. Even if Zion is healthy, I still think Julius Randle is better. He has better ball handling. He could shoot better. He could do more on the offensive end. Next point. Julius Randle is way more durable than Zion Williamson. Zion, we showed you. He's missed almost already 200 games or something along those lines. The number early in the show, I kind of forgot him. But Julius played in 77 games last year, missed the last 5 with an ankle sprain, and then it affected him into the playoffs. But the question is, can you win a ring with Julius Randle? If the answer is yes, you're not trading for Zion. But I believe the answer is no, and I believe that Leon Rose and Worldwide Wes and Tom Thibodeau believe that as well. Why? Because why else would you check in on the availability of Zion Williamson? You can't play Zion and Randle together. You would have a 6'8" power forward and a 6'7" center. Tom Thibodeau's not doing that. You know he wants a rim protector on the court at all times. So who are the Knicks trading for Zion? It's clearly Julius Randle. I'm not going to fall asleep on this rumor anytime soon. I'm going to keep my eyes glued to it, and I think that this may come up sooner rather than later. I want to ask you this question. If you could have one of these two players be the starting power forward for the New York Knicks this season, who would you rather it be? Is it Zion? Is it Julius? Type the initial of the player you want to see playing on the Knicks this year. As always, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for tuning in. If you haven't yet, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We're going to continue to put out Knicks videos every single day for free. And remember, we do live watch parties for Knicks games all year long. So sub for Knicks Dubs. Hit that sub button, and let's go Knicks.